Hey, it's your girl Rocqi from Life is Rocqi and Light is a Rock. So today I wanted to talk about what are my wifely duties. So I said this the other day. I said it jokingly to my life partner, and he was shocked, I tell you, shocked that I used that language because he thought, you know, I've been very resistant to that concept of my wifely duties. So just some background on me. I had a feminine dominant energy mom who was within strict gender roles. She did work, but outside of that, everything else kind of continued as far as the gender roles. And then my sister, who was a single mom for a little bit, she, for 11 years, give or take, that's when she got married to her husband. And then, yeah, she was a more modern woman. And then I'm growing up in a culture of modern women, but I did like some aspects of my mom's femininity. So that's my background, right? So for me, I was like, fuck gender roles. Okay. Like, why are roles, one, decided by society, religion, or anybody outside of your relationship? Let's talk about it. Okay. Leave a message in the comments below or leave your thoughts. But yeah. So I was like, not fucking with that. And then I was like, why are roles decided on your gender identity, genitalia, or hormones? That makes no logical sense. So I didn't fuck with that shit either. Okay. So then I'm looking at personalizing things to your actual relationship, the individuals involved. Okay. So that being said, with my partner and I, we identified what our strengths were individually and towards our relationship and see how we can collaborate, how we can be a team and partner with each other and make this shit work, right? So my wifely duties are my strengths, the things I naturally lead in, the things I'm stronger in, right? So one of the big conflicts within our relationship was cleaning. Now, mind you, my mom cleaned the house, and she, even when she got tired of nagging my father to mow the lawn, would get up and go mow the lawn. And one, I'm not mowing the lawn. Two, like, oh my God, I remember like my mom would be somewhere for a weekend or something. My dad would leave the house a fucking mess. And I was like, I would hate to come home to this. Not only to come home to an unclean place, but I would also have to come home and clean it, you know? So I was like, no, I'm gonna clean it for my mom. And I was like, I refuse to have a husband or a life partner that just doesn't do anything. Like, my dad just sits on the couch. He doesn't help with like any of the holiday meals at all. He just sits on the couch and watches TV. Yeah, like it's just, he did not help clean whatsoever. So I was like, I refuse. So when I got into my partnership with my partner, I saw that I was a stronger cleaner. Now, he's not as bad as my dad, but I was equating him, and I did have to do some work to break that. Like, he's not my father. He's not doing the actions of my father. Because he does clean some. It's just not within my priority, not to my level of cleanliness, and is really not to my priority. And not as often as it needs to be done. Like, so what ended up happening was he explained to me, he was like, okay, I can help you in this area. Because what I wanted was 50-50. And he was like, okay, I can help you in this area. However, cleaning takes a lot of energy out of me, and I will no longer have that energy to do other things. Now, mind you, we have our podcast. Shout out to It's So Real Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like our podcasts on 11 different streaming platforms. I'll include that in the link in the description below, or my link in my bio. But yeah, like, what was I saying? So he was like, I'm not gonna have energy for like video editing and doing all the work to build our business. And I was like, whatever, it needs to be done, right? Because otherwise it's all on me. So he did that. He tried. And I saw. He was like wiped out for the whole day. I don't get it. Things still need to be done. But I saw the impacts. I saw just it. He was wiped out and he didn't do any work. So I was like, fine. And it took my own acceptance process, right? It definitely did it. Acceptance is hard, y'all. It's not something like, oh, I accept it. Nah, like I had to grieve that loss of what I expected in my life partnership. I had to feel my feelings. I was angry and irritated. Like it was a process, which I will detail later. Because watch, I'm coming with this YouTube channel. Subscribe, baby. Click that notification bell so you know when I premiere new content. Life is Rocqi. But all right. So yeah, I didn't, oh gosh, it was hard. It was hard. So I just now, like just within the last 2 to 3 weeks, have gotten to the point where cleaning is a part of my morning routine. And then it's every day type of thing. And I'm planning out what I'm going to clean and stuff like that. And now I've noticed one, because like I like a clean house. He's okay with stuff not being as clean. And it's just, I can't. There's some areas where like my mom cleans the oven and shit. And I'm like, yeah, I got levels too. And that's the thing. It's not even my like strength. I'm just stronger than my partner, right? So, and the big thing is like when we have kids, it's a hell of a lot more cleaning. And I was like, I'm gonna be stressed. I can't be the only one doing the cleaning, right? So that's where polyamory works. So I am looking for a partner who aligns with me in cleaning compatibilities. And because I'm looking for a woman, let's hope. but yeah, I would need that. I would need help. But I also like if we're gonna be building professionally and we're gonna have it at that time, like when we have kids, I need a maid. Like if we can't afford a maid, when we can also afford kids, like otherwise you're gonna have to step up. Like I'm gonna need help. It's gonna be too much. I'm already like I had to deal with being stressed and of the expectation of like having to clean up after somebody, like especially if they weren't helping me. I don't do his laundry. Let's be clear. I don't. But having to clean the bathroom that we share, having to clean his dishes, having to clean our shared dishes when we're cooking and stuff like that. I had to get over that of having to clean up after somebody and just accept that I want a clean house, so I'm gonna have to clean it. The other day I cleaned the kitchen floor. And it's just this. I have different preferences, and if I want them to be met, I have to meet them. However, so that is one of my wifely duties, right? However, he cooks dinner. And he's a great cook, y'all. My man can cook. But yeah, I am now enjoying cleaning more so. One, because it's structured within my day. So like, and again, I like having a clean house. So I like that part. But I'm also like, if I'm thinking about something or if I'm frustrated, cleaning is a great way to just process, express, distract. Like it's exercise, like it's I enjoy it for that aspect too. So sometimes like if I'm going through something, I'll just clean because it's like a tedious act that allows me to think, but yeah, that cleaning is part of my wifely duties, and that was decided based on our individual strengths, personalizing it to our relationship. And that's how you can do it, is you can see, all right, let's lay it out, right? Who's strong in what? Okay. And again, you can break it down more. Like, yes, I say cleaning, but again, I don't do his laundry, right? So it's still broken down more. And you got to figure this out. Like, it's not some cookie cutter, what society says goes. Like, you have to figure out what works for you. who all is in that relationship. Okay. So yeah. And I don't know why. Like, it's interesting because, I still have single friends and stuff. And some of them are like, well, I'm not cleaning it. And it's like, my life partner checks so many boxes. So many boxes. So many boxes that I manifested. So many boxes that I didn't even think to put on the thing, But I was like values wise. And I'm like, thank God, Well, thank the universe. But yeah, like he checks so many boxes. And the one thing he doesn't check is, well, there's a couple things. But one of the things he doesn't check is being cleaning compatible. And it's like, am I going to throw the whole man away because of one box? For me, it's a no. Like, I got somebody that I want to spend my life with. We have an amazing time together. Who I want to raise children with. He's going to be an amazing father. Who I want to professionally build with. And we share so many values and so many interests. And we have so many stimulating conversations. And like, he is like willing to protect me and provide for me, even though I'm working my damn self. Ergo, subscribe to my YouTube channel, y'all. Life is Rocqi. Okay then. But yeah, I'm not willing to throw the baby out with the bathwater, as my parents used to say. I was willing to accept the incompatibility. I was able to acknowledge the strength that I have within my relationship and how I can build towards my relationship. This is an area that I can help in our relationship. Right? And you do have to see and make sure like it's not unfair. I mean, don't keep the scoreboard. It's not going to help. But you got to make sure like everybody is putting in equitable amounts of work. And like, I see the work he does for our podcast, and it's like, I don't want to do that. Right? At all. That was one of the reasons stopping me from starting the podcast. I was like, oh, it's going to be a lot of work. I had the talk. Once I got on the mic, I was good. But yeah, and I'll put the link to the podcast in the description box below, or check the link in the bio. Actually, I think the link in the bio on my Instagram is YouTube now. So still check the link in the description box below. But yeah, so you really gotta be a team. And on a team, everybody has positions essentially, and it's not some active control just because of gender. It's what works. Okay. So what are your wifely duties? Think about them. Explore them with your partner. All right, so yeah, stay tuned because I'm gonna be doing this femininity womanhood series. There's some conversations that need to be had. But remember to subscribe and click that notification bell so you know when I premiere more content. All right, take care of you, beautiful people. Light and love.